Hi everyone and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about what it's like to live in the results with weight loss. Okay, so let's just kick it right off. When I say living in the results with weight loss, what is that I mean? So what I mean is if you can project yourself forward all the way to your goal weight. So living in the results is the idea that it's kind of like fake it till you make it, basically. So you're going to be projecting yourself to your goal weight, and in as much detail as you can conjure, imagine yourself already there. Okay, so for people that have been very heavy for a long, long period of time, they may not remember being thinner. It may be really difficult to project yourself thinner. So if that's your situation, there are certain things you can do to help yourself do that. So one of the ways is to, all right, well, here's what I did when I was losing weight. I found a picture of Christy Brinkley running down the beach in a bikini. Okay. And so I took that picture of Christy Brinkley running down the beach in a bikini, and I found a like-size photo of me. I cut out my head, just my head, and I put it on Christy Brinkley's body running down the beach in a bikini. So every time I went to my refrigerator, then I had this image of myself then with, the head of myself running down the beach in a bikini in this amazingly beautiful body. That was very helpful for me to help me get that image in my head of what I might to look like once I get to my goal weight. So you can then find a body that might be like yours at your goal weight and put your head on it. That's one way to do it. Another way to go would be, like, let's say that there's a celebrity that you relate to that would be kind of like you at your goal weight. Okay, so for example, one of my male clients, he likes Paul Rudd. So, and you can kind of see, like, he's a kind of a Paul Rudd type, like if he was going to be in a movie, they'd say, bring me a Paul Rudd type in, it would be him. So, what you do is you Google Paul Rudd street style, and what will come in the images, what will come up are Paul Rudd out and about, wearing whatever he wears. So if you like a celebrity like Diane Keaton's street style, she's fun. If you Google that, you can kind of see what Diane wears when she's out and about, and you can start to kind of imagine yourself dressing like that at your goal weight, thinking, okay, that's what I would like to wear, that's how I'd like to walk, stand. You begin to kind of live in the result of your weight loss. So that's one way. You can, find someone and put your head on their body. You can find a celebrity that you relate to and Google their street style and kind of look into that. If you haven't been heavy that long, or you did have a period of time in your life where you were thinner, you can go back to that time in your mind and remember, what did that feel like? What did that look like? How did I move? How did I dress? How did I sit? Because when I was gaining weight, and if this has happened for you, you'll relate to this. As I was getting heavier and heavier, my legs would not cross over anymore like they normally would, right? Like when you're thin, you can just cross your legs like that, and then sometimes you can even do that under thing. Okay, so what was happening was that when I was thin, it was like this, and then as I was gaining weight, the legs were getting wider, right? So it was getting harder to cross them. And then eventually what was happening is I could put it over it, but it was kind of sticking out. Like I couldn't do that. All right. And so people would actually hit my leg. Like if I was in a public place sitting and my leg was kind of sticking out, people, I was getting hurt. Like people were hitting me, and I couldn't, no. So eventually, as you're gaining weight, you just stop crossing your legs. You can't do it, or when you do it, it's so not comfortable anymore anyway that you stop crossing your legs. So these little things that maybe you don't notice because they're so gradual affect you every day when you're heavy. So that if you can remember what it was like to be thin when you could just sit down and cross your legs and you have to think about it and no one to hit you with their body walking by you and get hurt because you crossed your legs, then you can begin to conjure that more and more. And so one way then to do it as well is to go backward into time. Try to remember what it was like when you were gaining weight. What did you lose? What are the things that you began to change as you were getting heavy? All right. And if you can get back into your mind some of the things that you've given up that you probably forgot about. Here's one that happened for me. So if you go to a movie, before the pandemic, we used to do that. We'll probably do that again someday. It's pandemic time as I'm recording. Anyway, so you go to a movie and you just, slide ways in the seat and then you put your little purse next to you, right? Okay. When you're real heavy, you can't do that. There's no room in the seat for a purse next to you or anything next to you. You can barely fit in the seat. So you either have to hold your purse in your lap the whole movie, or here's what happened to me once. I put it down on the floor, never do that. And then after the movie, someone had taken all the money out. They left my purse, thank you, but anyway. So then now you're sitting there at the movie, you're holding your purse, you're going to have something to drink or eat. You want that too? I mean, right? So you're now like this, kind of uncomfortable. When you're thinner, you just move over, stick your purse in there, you go. Right? That might be something you lost as you were gaining weight. And if you can remember little things like that, will come back to you and you're like, oh yeah, you can add that to your image of you thinner. Okay, so living in the results of weight loss then means that you're going to project yourself to your goal weight, and in as much detail as you can conjure, you're going to imagine yourself there. So go through your day thin. Take time in your mind, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, relax, and then imagine yourself going through your day. You wake up, what do you eat? How do you feel? What's it feel like to lift your goal weight body out of your bed in the morning or out of a chair? Because one of the things that happens as we get heavy is that getting up and down becomes difficult. Little things like getting in and out of bed become difficult because we're lifting mass. All right. One of my clients, her top weight was 315 pounds, right? So every time she would get up, she was lifting 315 pounds. Okay, so even just little movements in life get difficult when you're heavy. That goes away when you're not heavy. So if you can remember those sorts of things, that's another thing you can do to kind of, how would that feel as I go through my day? How does it feel to get out of bed at my goal weight? How does it feel to walk into the kitchen and get something healthy for breakfast? What do I wear on this particular day? Can I take a bath now? Sometimes when you get too big, you can't fit in a bathtub or you're afraid you're going to get stuck. So can I take a bath? Maybe I'll take a bath. And what am I doing in this day? And what am I wearing? And who am I interacting with? How do I feel? Kind of go through a full day at your goal weight and start to get the sense of what it will be like. And that should really help you as you progress to your goal weight. Get there quicker and allow yourself to sort of like flushes out your why. If why I want to be healthier, I want to look better. Those are kind of big concepts. But when you start to think about what that actually means, I want to feel better. I want to put my purse next to me when I go to the movies. I don't want to have to ask for a seatbelt extension when I get in a plane. I don't want nasty looks from people next to me because I'm spilling over a seat, kind of thing. I mean, you can start to really backtrack and see all the negatives of being heavy and kind of realize that they'll all go away as you start to lose weight and you get to where you want to be. So that's it for today's video. It's called Living in the Results. If you would like to get the book Foodaholic, I've got a whole bunch of stuff in there about how to do this, how to lose weight in the first place. It's in the description box below. And also if you want to work with me privately, how to do that is also in the box below. And that's it for today. Take care.